Title: The Journey to Liberia. Chapter 1. Goodbye at Kasoa. The sun was still soft in the sky when Solution stood at the busy station in Kasoa, near the Liberia camp. The place was loud. People were shouting, buses were honking, and loads were being tied on top of old buses. Solution held a small bag in his hand. His big bag was already on top of the bus, tied tight with ropes. He looked up at it. Inside were his clothes, his shoes, and his dreams. His two brothers stood beside him, Zingolo and Nkasa. They had walked with him early that morning. No one spoke at first. Then Solution took a deep breath. "I have to go," he said softly. Zingolo tried to smile, but his eyes were wet. "You will make it, my brother," he said. "Don't forget us." Nkasa held Solution's shoulder. "Be strong. No matter what happens, don't give up." Solution's voice shook. "I'm going to look for a better life. When I make it, I will come back for you. We will all be happy." They hugged each other tightly. For a moment, it felt like time stopped. A loud voice broke the moment. "Liberia! Liberia! Last call!" Solution wiped his eyes. He picked courage and climbed into the bus. As the engine started, he looked out the window. His brothers stood there, getting smaller as the bus moved. He whispered, "I will not fail." Chapter 2. The Long Road Begins. The bus was full. Men, women, and even children sat close together. Some held bags, some held hope, some held fear. Solution sat by the window. The wind touched his face as the bus left Kasoa behind. The road was long. They passed towns, trees, and rivers. Day turned into night, and night into day again. Sometimes they stopped to eat small food by the roadside. Sometimes they didn't stop at all. Solution made a friend named Kojo, who sat next to him. Kojo was also going to Liberia. "Why are you going?" Kojo asked. Solution smiled a little. "I want a better life. I want to help my family." Kojo nodded. "Me too." They shared stories. They laughed sometimes. But deep inside, they both knew the journey was not easy. On the third day, the road became rough. The bus shook hard. People prayed quietly. "God, take us safe," an old woman said. Solution closed his eyes. He thought of his brothers. "Wait for me," he whispered in his heart. Chapter 3. Trouble at Dinan. On the fifth day, they entered Ivory Coast. The air felt different. The road was quiet and surrounded by thick bush. Suddenly, boom! The bus jumped. People screamed. "The tire!" the driver shouted. The bus stopped in the middle of nowhere, near a place called Dinan. The tire had burst. Everyone came down slowly. The bush around them was silent and deep. No houses, no people. The driver checked the tire and shook his head. "We need help," he said. "But where will you find help?" someone asked. "There is a city not too far," the driver said. "I will go and come back." People looked at each other in fear. "You are leaving us here?" a woman cried. "I will come back," the driver said. Then he left. The sun went down slowly. Darkness covered the bush. That night, they slept outside. No beds, no lights. Only the sound of insects and the cold wind. Solution sat awake. He hugged his bag close. "What if he doesn't come back?" Kojo asked quietly. Solution did not answer. His heart was beating fast. He looked up at the sky full of stars. "God, please help us," he said softly. Chapter 4. A Night of Fear. The night in the bush felt very long. Some people cried quietly. Some prayed. Some could not sleep at all. Solution heard strange sounds in the dark. Leaves moved. Animals walked nearby. Every small sound made his heart jump. Kojo moved closer to him. "I am scared," he whispered. Solution nodded. "Me too." They sat close together, trying to stay strong. Hours passed slowly. It felt like forever. Solution remembered Kosoa. He remembered his brothers, their hugs, their words. "Be strong." Tears ran down his face, but he wiped them quickly. "I will not give up," he told himself. When morning came, the sun brought a little hope. People stood up, tired and hungry. Just when they were losing hope, they heard a sound. A car. The driver came back, with help. Everyone shouted with joy. "We are saved!" someone cried. Chapter 5. Arrival and a New Beginning. The tire was fixed. The journey continued. The last 2 days were still long, but now there was hope again. Finally, on the 7th day, they reached Liberia. Solution looked out the window. New land, new life. The bus stopped. He stepped down slowly. His legs felt weak, but his heart felt strong. "I made it," he said softly. Kojo smiled. "We made it." Solution looked at the sky. "Thank you, God." He took his small bag and started walking. He did not know what would happen next. He did not know how hard it would be. But one thing was clear. He was ready. Ready to work. Ready to struggle. Ready to win. And deep in his heart, he carried one promise.